What's good? What's good? Hey, it's LaNée Javet, business coach, monetization strategist, of CEO, founder of Upscale Noir, and host of the Black Power Business Conference that's taking place this weekend. Today, I want to talk about the V word that Black people are afraid of. Thank you for coming into the room. What's good? What's good? What's good? As you come into the room, please drop a thumbs up and let me know where you're chiming in from. We're going to be talking about the V word that Black people are afraid of. And before I get into it, first of all, I want to hear what you think it might be. What is this V word that Black people are afraid of? It is a word that we are all challenged with. It is a word that keeps us back, that holds us down. It is a word that we don't talk about often. It's a hush hush word. Missy said V is for victim. Ooh, that's not the word, but I'm liking how you're thinking. It's a word that in the Black community, Black men are told that they are suckers and simps if they are this V word. It is a word that keeps us from connecting with each other. It is a word that keeps us from moving forward and getting the things that we need to be successful. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. Hopefully, I hope to set somebody free today. I hope to set somebody free today hey, Megan, so that you can go out into the world and be productive and empowered. Please let me know where you're chiming in from. I'm going to give a couple of folks a little bit of time to come into the room, and then we're going to get into this conversation. And then really just talk about why. First, before I even get into this, let me tell you why I want to have this conversation. Virtual signaling, I'm here to listen, come on through. So the reason why I wanted to have this conversation, I was talking to a young lady today, and she was like, I've been dying to work with you, but I didn't think I was far enough along to work with you. I didn't know how to ask for help. I've been struggling in my business. I've been struggling in my life. I've been struggling in my finances. And so I didn't think you would help me. I'm struggling. Oh, somebody said vulnerable. You're close. That's almost the word. Vulnerable is almost the word. Somebody said virtue. It's not virtue. Victory is a good version too, but that's not it. The V word that Black people are afraid of, it's vulnerability. It's vulnerability. I'm reading this book right now, and it's been so helpful to me, right? It's called Daring Greatly. But what I have found is, and let me know if I'm talking to you in the comments. Raise your hand, put a 1, put a 2, put something in the comments if I'm talking to you. Do you have a hard time asking for help? Do you have a hard time saying that you're wrong? Do you go to the gym? Do you get dressed, put all your gym clothes on, go to the gym, but don't work out because you don't know how to use the equipment? So instead, you just go and get on the cardio machine? Like, is that anybody? Am I talking to anybody? That's a sign that we don't know how to be vulnerable. Are you struggling in your career, but you won't say, hey, I need help? Or if you sit down at a computer and you don't know how to use it, but you won't tell nobody you don't know how to use it. Like, these are signs of not being. Look at everybody raising their hand. Yes, me. We all have that problem. Now, this might be bigger than this might not be just the Black problem. Like this might not be just the Black problem, but it is rampant in our community. Okay. It is rampant in our community. Vulnerability, and it holds us back. It holds us from moving forward because we judge ourselves. Now, I'm going to throw myself under the bus. I let all my vulnerabilities come out today. Okay. I used to have a thing with wearing red lipstick. I thought I was too dark. So I didn't wear red lipstick because I was like, it's not going to look good on me. Because I didn't want to be vulnerable. I didn't want to have rejection. I didn't want people to talk about me because, we talk about folks when they look crazy. So I wouldn't wear that. These bottom teeth right here, they used to be crooked like crazy. And so I wouldn't go online and do social media or do live streams because I didn't want people to see my teeth, because that was something that made me feel exposed and it made me feel vulnerable. And so what happened? I'm not online. I'm not being social. What does that do to my business? Um, I didn't used to like the sound of my voice. Y'all know I got this Valley Girl thing going on, right? And so when I was growing up, it made me very quiet, and I used to be shy because the whole Valley Girl, the Black Valley Girl thing, made me feel vulnerable, and so I would be quiet and I wouldn't talk. Some of you guys know my story. Some of you don't. When I was 19, I started dancing. I was a stripper for like 2 or 3 years, and it made me feel some kind of way about myself. So when it was time for me to become an entrepreneur and to get into my business, I had this feeling like nobody's gonna listen to me, nobody's gonna follow me. I've had a rough life. I made some bad choices and decisions. I didn't know how to be vulnerable and put those things out there. And so I wrote this book. And then I hid it in this book so that I could say, oh, I told my story, but I really didn't tell my story because I hid it in this book. And then I put the book on the shelf and I don't talk about it and I don't sell it because I don't want to be vulnerable. Now, again, I'm going to show you one more thing that I don't usually show. These arms. Y'all see, look at those jiggly arms. That's another one of my vulnerabilities. Usually why I have a long sleeve shirt on because I'm vulnerable. Gregory said your picture is blurry. Is it blurry for you? I know Instagram is good. Let me know over here on Facebook if it's blurry, or YouTube. Somebody said, me too. Somebody said, in our community, vulnerability equates to a sign of weakness. Thank you for saying that, Arlie, because that is literally the number one myth about vulnerability is the perception that it is weakness. Weakness is accepted myth about vulnerability, and it's the most dangerous one because vulnerability really is strength. It's you putting yourself out there and saying, there's something that I don't have. There's something that I need. There's something that I'm missing. And not knowing if it's going to be accepted or rejected. So really, vulnerability is strength. Because it takes courage to say, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have the answer. I don't have enough money. I don't know where I'm going. I hate this job. I hate going to work. My business is suffering. I'm not making the money I'm supposed to make. It takes a lot to admit those things. I don't love my wife anymore. I don't love my husband anymore. I'm not sexually turned on. I'm struggling with my kids. I'm barely making it. Every morning when I wake up, I have to pull myself out of bed. That's not weakness. But in our community, for some reason, I don't know why, we have made it difficult to say, I'm struggling. Help me. Can I get some help? She Cleans Up Nicely said, you have to do it scared. It's easier to hide. That's the fake it till you make it. I wrote down here, fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. We can't be vulnerable. And so we'll just take that fear and we'll hold on to it and be like, you know what? Rather than say, I don't have it, I don't know, I need help, I'm just going to hold on to this thing and not share it. Am I talking to anybody in the room? If you're on Instagram, give me a wave. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, give me a number 1 or an amen, just so I know if I'm talking to anybody in this room. Is there something that you're holding on to that you don't want to be vulnerable about? You want to write a book, but you're not sure if your English is that good or if you really know how to spell? You want to be a fashion connoisseur, but you're not really sure if you have the budget for it? That's the lacking of vulnerability. Vulnerability is uncertainty with regards to taking a risk and emotional exposure. It is putting yourself out there. Y'all know the Erykah Badu song, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. That's because she was being vulnerable. SP said, Shy from Philly, let me tell y'all something. Lean in. I'm about to tell you guys something. I am an introvert and I'm shy. I've been shy my whole life. I've been an introvert my whole life. Had low self-esteem my whole life. And it amazes people when they see me do stuff like this. They're like, how are you shy? How do you get up on the stage and talk to people? How did you be a dancer? Like, how was you a dancer and you were shy? Like, you was taking your clothes off. How you shy? And you getting up on the stage. Doing it scared. Doing it because it had to be done. Doing it because I had to pay for my life. That's what we do. as men, as women, as Black people, we do it scared. We show up frustrated, not knowing what to do, but still smiling on the outside, still getting it done. Shantae says professional risk taking is the better term. I like that. She said professional risk taking is a better term. The thing about being vulnerable is the thing about not being vulnerable is it keeps you from getting what you need. It keeps you from getting what you need. I talk to business owners, entrepreneurs, regular everyday people who go to work all the time. They have hopes and dreams and aspirations and things that they want to do, but they won't speak them out loud or they won't go after them because they're not sure if they can accomplish it. Or they're not sure if they have the know-how to get it done. Or they're not sure if they know the right people to get it done. Who's going to vouch for me? Who's going to advocate for me? What if I fail? What if I do it wrong? What if I waste my time? What if you don't? What if you don't? What if you're successful? What if you align with the right people? What if you have the right product, good, or service? What if somebody is waiting for what you have? What if? How will you ever know? I had the lady that I was talking about a minute ago when she called me today, which inspired this live. She said, LaNée, I've been wanting to work with you, but I didn't know if I was in a good enough place. She says, I've been in my business for 5 years. I'm not making the money I want to make. I'm not seeing the results I need to see, and I'm scared. I was like, that's vulnerability. She said, I need help. But I needed help a year ago and I didn't call you. And I said, Dan, you've been sitting in this place for a year? How many of you want to see something happen in your life? A job, a relationship, a business, a promotion, a new car, weight loss, whatever it might be, but you've been sitting on it because you haven't been vulnerable to say it's what you want. I want a husband. I want to lose 65 pounds. I want to do multiple 7 figures in my business. So bad, so much so bad so that I joined a mastermind. What are you willing to do for yourself? How vulnerable are you willing to be for the things that you want to achieve? We're going to have a quick vulnerability party right now. I'm going to see. I'm literally about to challenge you. I'm about to challenge you to see if you can be vulnerable in this moment, right here, right now, today, live. Nobody knows you. So don't worry about judgment. Don't worry about who sees you. Okay? In the comments, I want you to tell me one thing or one area where you're not being vulnerable. Is it in your business? Do you need help? Is it in your finances? Are you struggling? Is it in your confidence? Is it in your nutrition? Where is some place that you can honestly say, I'm struggling, I need some help? I'm going to see who's going to be vulnerable in these comments. Where do you need help? Now, I say all that to say this. One of the reasons why I put on and do this, the Black Power Conference, is because I know that Black business owners are struggling in their business. I know that a lot of Black business owners are not doing 6 figures yet. Let me tell you how I know that. When I got my PhD, I specifically looked at Black women entrepreneurs who are at 6 figures and above. I'm in this Facebook group that has about 30,000 entrepreneurs. 374 people took my survey for my PhD research. Out of this 347 people, only 99 of them were doing over $100,000. I don't even know what that percentage is off the top of my head. But only 99 out of 347 business owners were at the six-figure mark. That tells me that we're suffering. That tells me that people don't know what they're doing in their business. That tells me that people need help, but they're not asking for it. They're not showing up for it. They're not saying, it's me. All right, over here we got public speaking. I can type and express myself, but put me in front of a camera and I look like a bumbling fool. At least you're honest. That's vulnerability. Like, that is vulnerability. That's something we could work with. I could work with somebody that says, this is where I'm suffering. This is where I need help. Cool. Now we can talk. We have to have a conversation. We can do something about that. If somebody admits that this is where I'm suffering, or this is where I need help, then we can say, okay, well, let's figure out how to let's put a strategy in place to fix that. All right, let's see where we got over here on Facebook and YouTube. SP says she's shy. She's from Philly. Congratulations, sis, on your new doctor success. Thank you. Nikki says imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is rampant amongst the Black women. We are the dopest, fiercest, most beautiful, radiant, melanated women in the world, running around here thinking we're imposters when we do and deal with more shiggity than anybody else walking earth. And then we have the nerve to think that we are not the best of the best. We have an invisible Superman cape on all day, every day, twice on Tuesday. And then don't show up for ourselves. Show up for everybody. The man, the husband, the kids, the boss, the girlfriends, the little league, but then when it's our turn, we ain't got it. We don't have the time, whatever the case might be. That's really just not being vulnerable. It's easier to take care of everybody else. It's easier to show up for everybody else than it is to show up for yourself. Because if you show up for you and it doesn't work, oh, wow. Carrie says, I'm not afraid of being vulnerable. I'm afraid of being ignorant. Oh, come on, Carrie. Carrie says, I'm not afraid of being vulnerable. I'm afraid of being ignorant, destitute, and without hope. I'm struggling in my self-esteem and self-worth. That is vulnerability. That's honest. What do you do, Carrie? What do you want to do? What do you do in your life? SP says, I'm struggling with my confidence to write out plans. That's really good. Struggling with your confidence to write out plans. Okay. So let me ask you guys this. What are you doing to be stronger in the areas where you have vulnerability? What are you doing in those areas? Are you personal development? For Kim over here, she's talking about speaking Toastmasters. Are you feeding the area where you have that vulnerability? Because if you don't feed the area, it will continue. You will stay, I don't want to say weak, but let's say stagnant in that area. Right? So if it's public speaking that you're struggling with and you're not vulnerable in that space because you don't want to get in front of people, guess what you have to do? Start getting in front of people. And how do you do that? It could be people that you know. You can start getting in front of people that you know. Get your kids together, have a conversation in front of them. Then get your homegirls together, have a conversation in front of them. And then go to getting on the camera and doing lives and videos like this. Listen, let me say, when I first started getting on video and doing these, a hot mess. Hot mess. Where's the camera? What am I supposed to say? I have a little lisp. I'm shy. I talk fast and I stutter. And at that time, again, I had these crooked teeth at the bottom. So I'm trying to talk with my lips like this so nobody can see that I'm trying to talk like this so that you all can see that my teeth is crooked. And then I look like a crazy fool because I'm trying to be like this. And then one day I was like, you know what? The words that are coming out of my mouth are way more important than these crooked teeth on the bottom. Ain't nobody care about my crooked teeth. Y'all want this information. Like, LaNée, tell me how I can be vulnerable so I can go out here in these streets and be successful. I don't care nothing about your crooked teeth. Can you help me get out here and do what I got to do? I need help in this. Okay? Hey, Duel. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Do you agree with counseling before marriage? Just a general question. Jeremy, I'm going to come back to that question. I'm an educator, Head Start teacher. I want to finish my doctorate in education. I want to educate adults. I love that, Carrie. I think you should absolutely do it. I saw somebody's comment the other day that was like, I hate when people have education and they say that other people shouldn't do it. So I'm not going to tell anybody, don't go get your PhD. I just finished my PhD. What I will tell you is that know why you're doing it. And if you know why you're doing it, then go for it. Would I do it again? Probably not. It was really, really hard, but I'm super glad it's done and I have it. Okay. So if you are an entrepreneur and you're on this call, say me in the comments. If you are so this is how I say it. If you are a wannapreneur, meaning you want to be an entrepreneur, if you are a solopreneur, meaning you run your business by yourself, if you are an entrepreneur or a business owner, throw something in the comments so that I know and I can see. I want to see if I'm talking to the right people because I have a heart for entrepreneurs. I believe that Black economic empowerment is going to come by way of entrepreneurship. Now, that does not mean you cannot have a job. That does not mean you should not have a job. But it does mean that you should have something that nobody can take from you. It does mean that you should have something that is yours. The way this world is going, the way this economy is going, with this recession and all these other things, depending on what you hear and think and believe in the news, you should have something that is yours in bad times. Okay. So if you are, okay, so solopreneur. She said, I'm a halfway preneur. Okay, halfway preneur. She cleans up nicely. Oh, then she said, I'm an entrepreneur. Yes. So you're either an entrepreneur or a wannapreneur or a solopreneur, right? So these are all preneurs. You can't be halfway. If you have a full-time job, I know somebody that's doing 7 figures in their business and still works a full-time job. She's like, I don't know if these millions is going to dry up. So she still works her full-time job, even though she's making $1 million in her business. So it's okay to have a business and a job, right? Stack your money, save for your kids, whatever the case might be. What I want to do for you, though, is I want to help you if you are struggling in your business. If you have the audacity and the nerve to say, I am an entrepreneur and I am not happy with the money that I make. I am an entrepreneur and I'm surviving, but I'm for damn sure I'm not thriving in this business. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in years 0 through 7 and I still haven't hit 6 figures. Or I've hit 6 figures, but I can't figure out how to turn it into 7. Then I want to help you. Like, I want you to be successful. I don't want us to be out here starting businesses and just happy to say that we have a business, but our business isn't doing good. Our business isn't making money. I don't know if y'all go to church or not, but if you're not the lender, then you're the borrower. I want us to all be lenders. Does anybody in the comments put lender? Can I get a lender? Can somebody be the lender in the comments? Can somebody just say, I want to be the lender? Anybody? Does anybody want to be a lender? Nobody wants to be a lender? Crystal, hey Crystal. She says it's a struggle, have personal obstacles. Listen, even to say it's a struggle is being vulnerable. Because people judge us. Oh, you went out there and started that business and it didn't work out. Look at you. Oh, you started that business and you're not making no money. Oh, you have that business. You thought you was better. Listen, if you need help in your business, monetizing your business, marketing your business, managing your business, or getting media for your business, I'm personally inviting you to the Black Power event that's taking place this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Facebook, YouTube, you guys are going to get the QR code on the screen right there. Actually, I'm going to give you guys the big screen. Instagram, I'm going to tell you guys, it's in my link, but really you just go to blackpower.com. Oops, that's the wrong price. Hold on. I'm going to give y'all the $99 price. There you go. Boom, $99. blackpower.com. I'm sorry, blackpowerconference.com. I'm going to put it, will somebody put Dual, if you're over here, Dual, will you please put that in the comments for me? www.blackpowerconference.com. I created this conference because when I first got started as an entrepreneur, it was hard to get help. Hell, I'm 10 years in the game. And sometimes it's still hard to get help. Let me not act like it's just the first 7-year problem. The devil is a lie. Even at 10 years in the game, I'm multiple six figures now. I'm in a $25,000 mastermind. It's still difficult to be like, I don't know that answer. I don't have that information. But it was worse in years 0 through 7 because you want to be in business, you want to be successful, you want to bring this thing to life, and it's like nobody can help you. Thank you, Dual. And so what I did with the Black Power conference was I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring together some dope, part of my language, some dope ass women, Black women who have made it. And we're going to help people that need help. If somebody is bold enough to be like, I'm struggling, I need help, I'm not where I want to be, I'm not doing what I want to do. If somebody is bold enough to say that, by all means, come in the room. We got you. We're going to help you. We're going to give you the information. The 4 areas where I have found that entrepreneurs, Black entrepreneurs that look like us, are suffering, the 4 areas are monetization, management, media, and marketing. Hold on, I'm about to take the QR code at the top off, and I'm going to just let the thing on the bottom roll. Hold on one second, you guys over here. Register on the bottom, take off the QR code so you can see my pretty face. One of the things that I do, because I know that people struggle with vulnerability and asking for help. So one of the things that I do with my conferences is I do an intake questionnaire as soon as you sign up to join. And it says, what did you come here for? So that I know where you're struggling. Because people don't want to tell you in person like this, but they'll tell you in private, this is where I'm struggling. And they'll type it in. And then I do another survey at the end when the event is over and say, hey, did you get what you came for? What are some areas that we can do better? Or what are some areas that you're still struggling in? And the overarching, well, the conference was great. Never been to anything like this before in my life. You did a great job. Thank you so much. I'll be back next year. So that part was good. Okay. But where I saw a theme in, what more can we do? Like, what conversations do you want to have? Marketing. I don't know how to let people know what I do. I don't know who my target market is. I'm not connecting with my audience. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Marketing. Here's the thing. A lot of us are first generation entrepreneurs. We've never done this before. I don't expect you to know what you're doing. But you got to be in a room with like-minded people who understand that as well. So we're talking, marketing is one of our conversations. The other one, which is a major one, monetization. If you are a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur and you're not making the money that you want to make, you need to have a monetization strategy. If you do not have a monetization strategy, it is probably, if not the number one reason why you're not making money, the number one reason why you're not making money. Okay, so if you do not have a monetization strategy, I highly recommend you come to the conference this weekend. If you can't make it, it's first of all, let me say it's a virtual conference. It's online. So you don't even got to leave your house. It's a virtual conference. It's online. Saturday and Sunday from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. If you can't make it live, you get access to the replay. Okay. The monetization piece is huge if you don't know how to make money in your business, or if you're not making the amount of money that you want to make in your business. Okay. The third M is management. If you are a wantrepreneur or a solopreneur, even an entrepreneur, and you don't have a team, then you need to know how to outsource, because you're going to kill yourself trying to do everything by yourself, especially if you don't know it and you're not being vulnerable and saying, I don't know how to do marketing. I don't know how to do branding. I don't know how to do Facebook ads. I don't know how to do my social media. You got to say what you don't know how to do so that you can get help and do it better. You got to be vulnerable. So we're going to be talking about managing for solopreneurs, entrepreneurs who have to outsource, but we're also going to talk about it for people who actually have a team or want to build a team. Okay. And then the last one is media. Somebody got to know you have a business. You have to have some media, some PR. Somebody has to be talking about what you do. And if you don't know how to do it, you have to be vulnerable to say, hey, I need help. I'm struggling. And it's not just for entrepreneurs, business owners. It could be in your life. You might need a mentor. You might need a coach. You might need fitness help. You might need relationship help. There's all different types of help and assistance that we need on a regular basis that in our community is hush hush. Men can't be vulnerable. They can't cry. They can't hug. They can't be online showing love. They say Black women can't be vulnerable because we feel strong, but our strength is literally what makes us vulnerable. Literally. It's not a weakness. It's what gives us our superpower. It's what makes us magical. Our ability to be vulnerable, to show up at work every day, knowing folks is acting crazy and talking about us, to show up in our business, to show up in our relationships, to show up for our kids. We're vulnerable every single day. Hello from Kansas City. Hey, Terrell. Nikki says, meeting was dragging along. Hey. Eric says, I want to be a lender. Come on, I want to be a lender. Marketing, management, media. What's the first M? Marketing, management, media, and look at you, got me all messed up. Marketing, management, media, and oh my God, I just drew a blank. Marketing, management, media, and why you put me on the spot? I can't, I just look at, I'm stumbling over my words. I just drew a blank. Marketing, management, media, monetization. Jesus Christ. Look it. I don't have all, listen, I'll be the first person to be like, look, I ain't got it all the time. I'm 46. The way my brain is set up, squirrel, I will forget quick and fast. Real life. One of the things that I'm working on myself is just being more vulnerable. Like, I just want to be so vulnerable and authentic. If I don't got it, I don't got it. If I don't know it, I don't know it. I'm going to show and tell you. This is what it is. I ain't got it. I don't know. I'm unsure. Let me find somebody that can help us with that. I don't have to be right. I don't gotta be the smartest. I'm fighting my ego every day. Vulnerable. I want to be so vulnerable. I want to tell y'all when I need help. I want to tell you when I'm hurting. I want to tell you when it's not right. I was gonna come out here with no makeup on. I was about to come out here all kind of vulnerable. Not an eyebrow on, not a nothing. Like, this is me. This is what you're gonna get. And then don't trip. Between now and probably the end of the month, you will see me with no makeup and no eyebrows on. Like, vulnerability is my new thing. I'm about to wear this joker like a jacket. I'm reading every day. Places where I feel like, I'm not good in that area. I'm gonna be more vulnerable in that area. Parenting, relating, sisterhood, self-love, not being so hard on myself for the areas where I feel like I've failed myself or my son. Self-love. Like, that's part of being vulnerable too. Give yourself a pass. Maybe you didn't make all the right choices and decisions. Maybe everything didn't turn out the way you thought it was going to turn out. It's okay. You're alive. You're still here. You're figuring it out. That's being vulnerable. Vulnerability is sexy. It's sexy to be vulnerable. It's sexy to walk up to your man and be like, "You looking good in them jeans, dude," or ma'am, or sir, or her, whatever, whoever. You looking good. It's okay to walk up to somebody and be like, "Can I get your number?" It's okay to be vulnerable. Like, I don't know why we've gotten away from just being cool. Nikki said, "Cash App. You want to see me a little Cash App? Come on with the Cash App." My Cash App is my name. I am. Matter of fact, I'll put it on the screen for you. Nobody's ever asked me for my Cash App before. Girl, hold on. There you go. I am LaNée Javet. That's my Cash App. I am Jewel says fire. Yes, come through. I'm gonna throw the QR code up here one more time for you guys. Boom. Actually, hold on, do it a different way. Let's go classic. There you go. There's the QR code for anybody that's interested. Um, how long? Okay, so $99 and $199. Yes, the $99 is good. Right now it says until Wednesday. So you can come for $99. Listen, a 2-day business conference for $99 with 16 different Black women speakers. They don't do this nowhere else. So let me tell you what we're going to be talking about. Just so you guys, if this is a place where you are vulnerable, you need help. So we're going to be talking about, we have the social media hustle, how to build a following and drive sales. We have the money talk, how to price your products and services for product profit, because y'all know y'all need help with your pricing your products. Boldly lead your business, techniques for success for $1 million CEOs, the power of content, creating compelling content that converts. So if you're struggling in content, our keynote's going to be talking about profitable and prosperous, managing your business finances like a pro. So if you're struggling to keep the money that you do make, like let's say you're making money in your business, but you don't know how to keep it, we're going to have a conversation about that. We have team building 101, how to hire, outsource, and manage like a pro, building your buzz, how to stand out in a crowded market, money in the bank, monetization tactics for the long haul. Because if you make money one month and then you don't make money the next month, you're not operating a good business. You want to be making money every month, every month, every month, every month. We have the visibility blueprint, how to build a powerful brand and get noticed. And then we have rev up your revenue, sales strategies for hitting the $1 million mark. So these are some of our speakers. I'm sorry on Instagram that y'all can't see my screen, but just know it's dope. Go to that link down there. You will see Dual posted it for me. Thank you, Dual. www.blackpowerconference.com. It's also in my link on Instagram. But Cheyenne Muhammad's going to be there, Constance Carter, Lanika Johnson, Tanisha Brown, C. Renee. And let me just tell you, all these women are dope. I handpick the people that come. You're going to get 3 workbooks. You're going to get the Entrepreneur Playbook, the Entrepreneur Workbook. Plus, let me tell you what I did for you guys this year. I did this VIP bonus where you're going to get 8 pitches, your value proposition pitch, your brand message pitch, your I help statement, your traditional pitch, your elevator pitch, your sponsorship pitch, your partnership or collaboration pitch, and a speaker pitch. Super dope. And then it's $99. It's Women's History Month. And so I wanted to make sure that I gave back and I did my part to make sure that Black women and men, if you feel comfortable coming into the room, and men are getting what they need. Okay. Y'all not gonna suffer on my watch. Y'all not gonna suffer on my watch. It's okay to be vulnerable in this space. Like I want you to have a space where you can come to and be like, I don't know what I'm doing in my business. And it'd be okay. I'm not gonna judge you. I remember what it was like. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Like here's the thing. This is what I be trying to get people to understand. When you're trying to make your first 6 figures, it's the same as the person who's trying to make their first 7 figures. It's the same as the person who's trying to do the first 8 figures. It don't matter. Like we keep growing. When I was trying to hit 6 figures, it felt like forever. Then I'm at multiple 6 figures. Now I'm trying to hit 7. Then I'm trying to hit 8. Like you're always growing. There's always something that you don't know. Like and if you're in the room and you're the smartest, you're in the wrong room. Like I'm always consistently trying to be in a room where I don't know. I want to raise my hand and say, I don't know. I don't get this. Because that means I'm growing. That means there's some gaps and I'm learning. And so it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to say, I don't know. It's okay to say, I don't have it. It's okay to show up for yourself and be in a room with other people who are like-minded, who are also on a journey trying to go someplace. Because nobody's going to judge you for being vulnerable in a space where you're showing up to get information to be better. Okay. Any questions? Any questions about vulnerability? Any questions about the conference? Any questions about what you have going on in your business or your life that I can answer for you? I'm going to keep the QR code up over there. Dual said it really is a dope conference. Thank you. She cleans up nicely. Said it's gonna be amazing, and they don't know. They have no idea. Like people don't know how amazing this conference is. Like it's amazing. Actually, let me put this other one up. I want to put this one up. No, that's not the one I want to put. Hold on. I want to share this link. Boom. There you go. And then I'm going to take this one off. There you go. So scan the code, or you can go to the URL www.blackpowher, POWHER, okay, Blackpowher, BLACKPOWHER conference.com. The link is in my bio and over here in the chat on Instagram, on Facebook and YouTube. It's the QR code is on the screen. The website is also listed in the details of this video. So it's also in the details of this video. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you this. I see what time it is. If you get registered before midnight tonight, I'm going to throw in something special for everybody who was on this live talking about vulnerability. If you show me, no, y'all almost got me. No, if you show you that you can be vulnerable and say, I'm struggling, or say, I want to be better, or say, there's something that I don't know, or say, God dang it, this is the year my business is going to do what it's going to do, or say, this is the year I'm about to leave my business, leave my job. I want to start a business. Like, if you want to start a business, grow your business, take your business to the next level, anything relative to that, and you are in years 0 through 7, you want to be at this conference. If you are just tired of playing games, you want to be at this conference. And if you can be vulnerable and make that investment in yourself and show up between now and midnight, I'm going to do something special. I can look at my cart and see who all purchased their tickets tonight before midnight. Now, hypothetically speaking, let's say, you know what, LaNée, I want to come on and get paid till Friday. Don't trip. Let me know that you're on the vulnerability live, and I'm going to still look out and take care of you. That's me being vulnerable. I am going to reward your vulnerability because I know how hard it is to show up sometimes for yourself and say, I don't got it, or I don't know how. Nikki says, I can't wait. I can't wait to have you either, replying to Nikki Bagley. Is that your number, Nikki? If that is your number, Nikki, email me, inbox me your number. If you want me to call you, if you're trying to reach out to me, send me an inbox, because once I finish this live, it's going to go away. Okay. Somebody said, make this shareable and post it in my Facebook group. I can't see who this user is because for whatever reason, but when I go through, I always go through and comment on the comments. So when I find that comment, I will figure out how to make it shareable. I will tell you that it's on my personal Facebook page. Excuse me. So if you're in a group with me, go to my Facebook page. You can share it from there. I don't know if you can share out of a Facebook group. Dual says they don't know. They don't know. I put events together like I would want to go to an event. So all the information that I would want, the takeaways that I would want, the workbooks that I would want, how I would want it to come together, that's how I put a conference together. That in that manner. So you're not gonna get no fluff. It's not gonna be what you're probably used to. It's gonna be better, and you're gonna get more. Okay. On that note, I'm not gonna keep you guys tonight. I want to give you this vulnerability prayer before we go. And it simply says, give me the courage to show up and let myself be seen. Super simple, super easy. Whether it's in a relationship, whether it's for love, whether it's at work, whether it's because you're about to step on a stage and speak in front of a crowd, whether it is in your business, whether it is alive, it doesn't matter what it is. The prayer is, give me the courage to show up and let myself be seen. I pray that you have the courage to show up for yourself, your career, your business, your life, yourself. Okay? That's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Vulnerability. It asks, are you all in? So I challenge you to do that for yourself and your business and your life. Are you all in? And if you're not, get vulnerable. Nikki said, amen. Come through. I say, I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you on the other side. Peace.